for this morning or afternoon, depending on where you're streaming from, for this live webinar. Contactless rentals, a short-term safety solution, and a long-term profit generator. This is going to be a short 30-minute webinar with some time for questions and answers at the end. If you do have any questions at any point during the presentation itself, feel free to submit them through the Q&A portion of your Zoom toolbar at the top, and we'll try to address them at the end depending on how much time we've spent. So moving forward, my name is Kevin Kerr. I am the Marketing Manager for Storage Commander software. A little bit about myself. I've been in self-storage for a little over 6 years. During that time, I've written 13 articles for the industry and I've spoken at several state and national conferences, usually on the subjects of automation technology, payment technology, and digital security. Joining me today is Jill Baker, who is the Director of Sales for the Storage Group. She has over 30 years of experience in asset management, sales, and marketing. Jill's been with the Storage Group since 2014 and has helped a countless number of self-storage facility owners and find digital solutions to help increase their conversion rates and drive sales. Jill's passions lie in education for self-storage facility owners to help them choose options that are best for them. So this is just a brief overview of what we'll be covering today during the webinar. First off, we're going to discuss how technology encourages social distancing, how to promote contactless rentals, safe and contactless payment technology, online rentals and their benefits now and later. Yes, there will be a later. And finally, drawbacks and misconceptions of non-contactless solutions. So before jumping into the main topic of contactless rentals, I just want to take a few moments to talk about our Storage Commander Cloud software for those who aren't familiar with what we do. Don't worry, I'm not going to jump into a whole Storage Commander presentation. I just want to say that we've been in the industry for over 20 years providing management software to self-storage owners and operators. We're actually really excited to be releasing our browser-based solution and our device-independent version of Storage Commander Cloud over the next couple of weeks, so you can keep your eyes out for that announcement as well. I just put this slide in just for a quick point. Our customers love us. We have a 4 out of 5 star ranking on Google, 5 out of 5 on Capterra. The reason I think this is important is because we're constantly taking our customer feedback and using that to better the software. Okay, enough about us. Let's talk about the Storage Group. I'm actually going to hand this over to Jill Baker to help explain exactly what the Storage Group does, and then we'll jump back into the main subject of the webinar. Jill?
Thank you, Kevin. We are really proud to be a partner of Storage Commander. At the Storage Group, we are constantly striving to be the best when it comes to storage technology innovations. Our mission is to bridge the gap between facility owners and tenants. The Storage Group was founded in 2010 out of the need for services missing in the industry. Our team specializes in digital marketing for self-storage. 10 years ago, self-storage was really behind the times and lacking a lot of the digital-first products and services that had flooded other industries. So our founders took it upon themselves to start a digital marketing company that not only does marketing, but caters to the software needs missing for self-storage owners. We develop proven digital marketing strategies catered to each facility's specialized needs in the self-storage market. Our extensive team develops each client's website for optimal conversions and customizes each client's SEO plan catered to the site. We have our own in-house search marketing team, which successfully manages all our clients' search engine optimization services. Believe it or not, most companies outsource their clients' SEO needs. So this is something we're very passionate about. If you are not seeing the results you are hoping for, your marketing company may be using outdated SEO tactics that no longer perform as they used to. Today's sophisticated algorithms require a robust approach performed by SEO experts who have evolved along with search engines and truly understand how search engines think. We also have our own engineering team on staff that has developed all of our softwares ranging from our flagship product, ClickInstaller, to our exclusive reputation management tool to keep our customer reviews organized in one place and featured on your website. We pride ourselves in being a company that really listens to the needs of our clients. Thus, we credit our industry first to our clients, because without their feedback and willingness to share their needs, we wouldn't be able to have accomplished all these ideas. Some of the industry firsts we developed include ClickInstaller, our 3D value pricing map, our 3D storage calculator, progressive web app, and online supply purchases during rental checkout. And because we have developed many of the first, our products have evolved more rapidly than other tools out there, which means you're getting the latest and greatest and most robust features from the Storage Group's product line. We love our clients and we love featuring our clients. Here's a review we received last week from our client, Guardian Self Storage. The new version 3.0 has provided several benefits, including more speed, higher security, mobile app, PWA friendly, offline capabilities, driver's license upload. These are all very helpful updates, allowing us more options online. Customer service and support are exceptional. Not only is the product fantastic, but the Storage Group has always been easy to reach, easy to work with, and are very flexible and accommodating. Thank you for providing a superior product backed with excellent support. So Brent is an operations manager at Guardian Storage. So that's pretty much it about the Storage Group. Now back to Kevin so he can discuss how COVID-19 is affecting our market.
Okay, great. Thanks, Jill. So here we are, and obviously we've hit a point where everyone is feeling the strain of the COVID-19 coronavirus. Some businesses have closed down altogether, while some of them are adapting to the pandemic by embracing contactless technology. I think that the only silver lining during these times is that our industry was actually already primed to move forward with the technology available to them. The tools are here, and operators just seem to need a little bit of guidance. So I got these numbers off of statcounter.com, which uses information based on over 10 billion page views per month recorded across over 2 million websites. So while the source of this information may sound a little complicated, thankfully the information itself is pretty simple. So within the last year, mobile usage has officially overtaken desktop. That means that roughly 53% of your online business may potentially come through a mobile device. So what that means is, whether you're pushing online rentals, setting up appointments, or simply wanting them to give you a call, you have to prioritize optimizing your website for mobile devices in order to stay competitive or even relevant within your local market. That being said, Jill's going to share some information on best practices for maintaining your online presence.
So studies show that between 70 to 80% of people research a company online before visiting a small business and making a purchase with them. 97% of consumers go online to find a local business or local services. These numbers are imperative to the success of your business, more so now than ever before. If your facility does not offer easy to navigate websites and features online rentals, your facility is missing out on profit opportunities. Currently, 46% of all Google searches are people looking for local information. So it's vital that your facility's online rental tool and website are optimized for search engines. In addition, 50% of local searches lead to someone visiting a business within 24 hours. It's important that your online rental tools encourage rentals and lead generation to turn interested people into active tenants. Websites have become essential, and now with the presence of COVID-19 pandemic, this is more vital than ever before. Facilities must have a responsive website that provides all the same functionality of a typical in-office experience. This can be achieved by providing a website look and feel that can be easily converted from desktop to laptop to tablet to smartphone with a progressive web app, or PWA. PWAs are hyper-focused on optimizing the mobile user's experience. I'll share more about the power behind PWAs in a few minutes. Keep in mind, it's imperative to view your website as your virtual storefront and the face of your business online. Fast load speeds for your website are incredibly important to attract and maintain visitors. Google recommends that your website require no more than 3 seconds to load due to the risk of visitors abandoning the site at a high rate. Besides the risk of losing potential customers, this can also contribute to a lower ranking in the search engine result pages such as Google. A website is necessary for tenants to complete call to action such as unit rentals and online bill pay. It's imperative for your facility to have the ability to draw in potential renters online versus drive-bys that would typically result in office visits. Without many people on the roads, there's not many opportunities for your facility to get those organic drive-bys that would result in new tenants. Pay-per-click or PPC advertising provides facilities the ability to draw attention to targeted audiences online. As more people are driven online out of necessity, PPC helps your facility become more competitive and show up higher in the search results. While SEO efforts take time for your Google rankings to improve, PPC could bring awareness and drive virtual traffic immediately by showing up higher above the organic results.
So, one of the most important business practices right now is encouraging social distancing. And for many operators who are used to driving customers into the storefront, this may be a difficult practice to adapt. I've actually heard from many storage owners and managers that using some technology tools feels like it takes away from the customer service experience. But in all honesty, used correctly, automation and technology as a whole should really complement the overall experience and be a great asset for social distancing. So a perfect example of this is how you take payments at your facility. There was an article published actually just this last Monday by Inside Self Storage on safe payment methods that can be used by self-storage owners and operators that had a study done by creditcards.com. So the study itself showed that those cards in your wallet actually carry more types of bacteria than cash, which I'm sure we can all agree by now is nasty. Instead, mobile devices with near field communication or NFC enabled can actually accept payments using digital wallets such as Google Pay and Android Pay. I personally love using Apple Pay for my iPhone whenever I can, so this is without a doubt my favorite payment method and a trend that I do see growing throughout our user base as well. There are also virtual terminals, which are not as widely used, but can be a great way of accepting payments over the phone or in person. If you're not familiar with these methods, they're basically a web-based application that allows you to manually enter a tenant's payment information over the internet through a payment gateway. Using modern virtual terminals, these payment methods are PCI compliant and use tokenization, so pretty high on the safety rating as well. So the last two I have listed over here, online payments and auto pay, they don't really need any introduction. Chances are you've been using them for a long time, but if you are interested in giving your management more time for other important tasks besides taking payments, this is a really great time to push these payment methods to your tenants. Ask any manager. The least favorite part of a manager's job is collection calls. And by increasing your auto pay saturation, you're exchanging the time that management would take making collection calls to other important tasks like following up with prospects, marketing, or basically any other things they do that make your facility so great. So now we're going to have Jill discuss progressive web apps, which are actually pretty awesome, and the role they play in ClickInstaller 3.0.
Great, thank you. So progressive web apps are a hybrid platform combining the best features of a responsive website and mobile app. Google created this web technology to meet the demands of a smooth and seamless user experience that transitions from phone to laptop to tablet with ease. Gone are the days that required first a website visit and then an app store download, which is really annoying and quite painful for many people. This often results in abandoned website visitors and missed conversion opportunities. Now this can all be done conveniently in one platform with the PWA to enhance the website visitor engagement and increase online conversions. So progressive web apps use up to 70% less data and 25 times less storage than a traditional web app. Studies even show that progressive web apps are up to 50% faster than traditional apps. Most of the Fortune 500 companies have already switched to the Google technology of a PWA, and they've done it due to the power behind it. There are many incredible features that PWAs offer that traditional mobile apps do not, such as lightning fast speed, instant download, and being SEO indexable, which traditional mobile apps are not. Why do these features matter? Google recommends that your website require no more than 3 seconds to load due to the risk of visitors abandoning at a high rate. Besides the risk of losing potential customers, this can also contribute to a lower ranking in the search engine result pages, such as Google. Additionally, PWAs automatically download in the background. No more annoying app update notifications for your tenants, which lead to removing the app from their devices. Keep in mind that call to actions for a website are necessary for desired conversions, such as unit rentals and online bill pay. Visitors can rent or reserve multiple units at once and abandon the website while keeping the items in their shopping cart to pick back up at a later time. Do you want to keep in touch with tenants on a consistent basis? You can send out mass notifications to share special deals, office closures, weather notification, community outreach efforts. This is such a nice added benefit for facilities. Our flagship product, ClickInstaller, is the storage group's premier online rental suite. Founded in 2011, ClickInstaller was born out of the need for online rentals in the self-storage industry and was the first to do so. In response to industry needs, the ClickInstaller Online Rental Suite has advanced value-add features that drive revenue, including our 3D calculator, multilingual capabilities, and a brand new 3D value pricing map. I want to walk everyone through ClickInstaller's feature and value adds. It's the industry's most advanced online rental tool. When ClickInstaller is combined with the storage group's pinnacle website design, it becomes a progressive web app. PWAs are a Google-developed technology that provides all of the major features of a traditional mobile app, but without the hassle of an app store. When you're on a mobile device and you find a website that is a PWA, you simply click a button on the site to instantly download the app. PWAs are SEO indexable, so they can be found on the search engine results page. It's faster and more secure. The first and only progressive web app in the industry, ClickInstaller has the ability to provide the best end user experience, leading to better occupancy rates and revenue. We excel in developing features that improve the end user experience because we know that even the best technology in the world is ineffective if tenants don't understand how to use it. It's estimated that 18% of all local mobile searches lead to a sale in one day. So ClickInstaller 3.0 is designed with search engine optimization and mobile capabilities in mind. We've added an optional enhanced brand awareness email, providing tenants with direct links to your address, social media, reviews, and the facility map. This email is sent as a receipt when someone rents and is designed to create a cohesive brand for your facility across all platforms and communication efforts. One question we often receive is about verifying tenant identities when renting online. And to help increase security, we offer both a driver's license upload option as well as an automated ID verification. This is an added layer of security that allows facilities to rent their units with peace of mind, knowing that tenants really are who they say they are. Our 3D value pricing map works similar to airlines and how you pick your seat. Seats that have extra leg room or are near the front come with an additional charge. In your facility, you can rent units near the office, security cameras, or with easier access for an additional fee. This can increase revenue by taking advantage of the most popular units on your property. With advanced unit filters, ClickInstaller is able to provide a seamless checkout experience that feels and operates similar to popular e-commerce websites like Amazon and Walmart. For example, the shopping cart retains units and marketplace selections before the checkout is complete, showing in the corner of the web pages at all times. The ClickInstaller Online Rental Suite allows facilities to verify identification, electronically sign leases, and further automate the rental process. More automation means more time to spend working on running other parts of your facility or expanding your operations. We believe that by focusing on the tenant experience, facilities can excel and stay ahead of the competition in this highly competitive market. While there are nearly endless features available in the self-storage industry for facilities looking to update their online rental tool, only a few truly matter, and ClickInstaller was designed to make sure that facilities drive conversion rates with the most effective software possible. So for example, when a tenant rents, many online rental tools currently on the market take the renter to another company's web portal or website to process payment, which can cause confusion or security concerns for tenants as to whether they can trust the new window. When tenants receive their rental confirmation email, many online rental tools send those emails from a third-party email address, not from the facility's own email address, which again can cause confusion and trust issues. With ClickInstaller, tenants can rest easy by completing the entire rental process straight from the facility's website and then feel confident in their decision with a branded confirmation email that highlights customer reviews, directions, and even social media, and it comes directly from the facility's own email address. Online rentals are imperative to your facility's success during a time where many businesses are struggling. We get it. Your facility goal is to continue generating profit and renting out units as quickly and efficiently as possible. With ClickInstaller as your online rental tool, you are able to achieve this. Additionally, you're doing your part to keep your team safe and be accommodating to your tenants' needs by choosing a rental solution that is considerate to their overall safety and well-being. Long after the virus, you can continue providing online rentals, which we'll discuss how this benefits your facility in the long run. So we analyzed rental trends outside of office hours to find out how frequently rentals were taking place in the evenings and early morning hours through ClickInstaller. Our findings indicate that close to 60% of online rentals are taking place outside of office hours. That's a huge opportunity. The logical conclusion is that a lot of people start to think about these things after dinner, once they put their kids to bed or after their evening obligations, their chores, grocery shopping. With all that's going on surrounding COVID-19, these data trends for ClickInstaller represent recent usage. We have seen an 83% year-over-year increase from 2019 to 2020 just in rental usage. This is a testament to the shift in demand for online services. And recently with the virus, from mid-February to mid-April, move-ins doubled through ClickInstaller for our clients. Many of our clients have expressed their appreciation for the software at this time and the ability to continue business as usual with the help of ClickInstaller. Now we're going to move on to some common misconceptions and drawbacks of non-contactless technology. There are several no-contact drawbacks to be considering as a savvy facility operation. One of the first are kiosks. With kiosks, though there is technically no contact, there are a multitude of risks involved. As stated by the CDC, all workspace surfaces should be cleaned on a routine basis. Considering that you've more than likely already minimized the staff needed on site for safety reasons, how are you making sure the kiosk is being sanitized between visits without taking away from more high priority operational needs during the day? Probably pretty challenging, right? And there's no way to track this outside of office hours. Not only does each tenant need to utilize their hand to touch the screen and buttons on the kiosk, they're handling cash or other payment methods that the virus can live on for many days. Some sources even stating well over a week. This is a health and safety risk for your facility. Additionally, people would prefer the comfort of renting from their home or vehicle. Another risk is curbside rentals. Though you may be required to provide protection equipment for your employees, you cannot guarantee that your tenants will take the same precautions while interacting with your staff within close proximity. Though the CDC recommends 6 feet when interacting in public, more recent studies are stating that 20 to 24 feet may actually be necessary to prevent infection. This is almost impossible to achieve with curbside rentals. Though it may have seemed like a temporary solution, it may be more of a health risk than what it's worth for your team and for your time.
As you'll see on this slide, this is part of the federal guidelines recently released in Opening Up America Again. As you'll see listed here, there are various requirements that employers will need to fulfill to resume operations as previously done. Many of these will require accommodations from the employer. By taking your rentals online, you're eliminating an additional risk to your team and the ability to keep your operations open. So, well, that's about it for the presentation itself. I do want to mention that anyone interested in Storage Commander Cloud and ClickandStor 3.0 can use promo code TSGSC listed on the screen to receive 50% off of the ClickandStor 3.0 setup and have the Storage Commander Cloud setup fees completely waived for a pretty nice savings of about $900. Not a bad deal for listening to us ramble for about a half hour, if I do say so myself. That being said, now we're going to take some time to answer some questions that were sent to us throughout the presentation, and if you have any more questions, feel free to send them in as well. I got a few over here. This is from Luann. I noticed my online rental on my website is taking time to go from my website to the area to rent. What can I do to make this faster? I want to use my website. That is a good question. Jill, do you want to take this?
Yeah. So really, the ideal thing is that you need to have a tool on your website that is live instead of leaving your website to go to another platform. That not only causes that high bounce rate that we talked about, which hurts you with the SEO, but there are also trust issues because, you know, when you're going someplace else off of your website, those people didn't ask to go there and they don't know where you're taking them. So a lot of times people will end up just clicking off because they don't trust it. So you really got to have a tool that's live right on your website.
That's a good point. And a lot of people that I've seen kind of halfway go into online rentals, they're using online reservations instead, which still require your customers to go into the facility to complete the rental itself. Obviously, during this COVID-19 pandemic, that's not going to be ideal. You want to try to make this as seamless as possible. So we try to keep that moving forward. So thank you very much, Luann. I appreciate that. Next question is from Lou. So what are you finding in regards to tenant payments? Are tenants paying? Are you accepting partial payments? And how are you handling non-paying late tenants? So it's not really.
Yeah, that's really, isn't that more for the facility owner? Or Kevin, yeah, maybe you can answer that.
It seems like it is. Honestly, we've been seeing a mix of answers for this, and it's a pretty popular question online. I don't really think there's a right or wrong as long as you're following your state's laws on that. But you know, do whatever honestly you think is best. Your software will be able to handle the payments, whatever you decide as a business, in all honesty. So another one that we have, does ClickInstaller work with any partner to help with the lien process, like storage collections or late to lien? I'm just going to answer this real quick. Well, they both work with your management software side of things. So that in turn works with ClickInStore's rental tools and the storage group services. So, and that was from Ronald, by the way. So we have another one. This is going to be for Jill. Are you increasing your internet marketing budgets or decreasing them?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely increasing. Yeah, even more than before. People are looking to the internet for, answers and different ideas and research. So starting a PPC campaign or Facebook postings will likely be seen by more people, with everyone doing most transactions online.
That definitely makes sense. This one's from Steve. Are PWA and a responsive website the same?
No, they're not. Yeah, so the progressive web app, when you add the ClickandStor online rental product to the website, then it becomes a progressive web app. So it's actually a step up from being a responsive website. So keep in mind that with a PWA, when you're on mobile and you find a website that actually is a progressive web app, which, by the way, most of the Fortune 500 companies now have already moved to a PWA. So all you do is you hit a button. There's a download button. The Android will actually have a, click here to download our app. But you just hit the button and it's an instant download. So now you have a branded app that's on your phone of your facility. And it just makes it so much easier for tenants to be able to, pay their bill, check their account, rent another unit. So it's really a step above the responsive side.
I just want to add real quick onto this. So was a lot of confusion on PWAs when I was starting to take a look into these technologies. And for example, I have Southern California Edison. It's a utility over here, and they use PWAs for their services online. And I think it's the coolest thing because you can look at everything. You don't even need an online connection to view a PWA. You can look at it offline. You actually do need it to rent a unit. So any transactions still require the internet connection, but they're so fast. They are so cool. And just kind of jumping on that, a traditional website can still be responsive, but it doesn't have the technology behind it that a PWA does. So it's really interesting. I definitely encourage everyone to look into that and see, because you're going to see more and more of PWAs outside of the industry and hopefully within. They're definitely the next generation of online applications. So thank you, Jill.
Yeah, thank you.
I get excited about technology.
Yeah.
So we have another one from Anna over here. Can we set this up on multiple devices for the manager and a coworker?
As far as PWA, you think that's what they're referring to?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, it is your website, the PWA. So your managers can go right into it, from their phone if they want to do that. Tenants can go into it and download instantly the PWA. So I'm not sure if that's what she was referring to, but yeah, I mean, anybody can use it.
And just to clarify, so the PWA is going to be the technology that the end user sees. So your tenants will see the end result of the PWA and be able to see that online. And what you're going to be seeing as a manager and owner is the end result of the PWA being the rental itself. So to that effect, Yes, you will be able to use it on multiple devices because you're going to be able to access your management software on any devices, and your customers will be able to get the benefit of the PWA itself. So thank you, Anna. Looks like we have one from Leanne. What gate companies do you integrate with to auto-assign gate codes upon online rentals, if you know of any? And Jill, I'm pretty sure this is actually based on the management software as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, yes, it would be. So you would probably need to answer that one.
That honestly, it really depends on the management software of your choosing. Usually they'll have them listed online. We have a partner exchange on our Storage Commander Cloud website, so you can view any of the gate manufacturers and developers that we integrate with personally. Moving forward. So ways to continue marketing efforts while sheltering in place by Robert. You want to take this one?
Yeah, sure. So we recommend continuing your marketing efforts by keeping your clients updated and informed. So again, post to social media or Google My Business with how you are doing business differently, like, paying online. Update your business hours online, and if you're offering supplies, pickup, and remember, ClickInstaller now has the capability to add your supplies online. So if you sell supplies, this is really the best way to feature your supplies and increase your ROI is just get them on ClickInstaller so that people can just add your boxes or bubble wrap to the cart, and they just simply pay for it at the end. And then the other thing I would say is, definitely run Google ads.
That's good. Weren't you actually telling me how some of your ClickInstaller users, what they were doing with the merchandise when they actually made the sale?
Yeah. So what happens there is when the notification comes in that, Mr. Tenant requested, X amount of boxes and a lock and whatever, they just simply put the supplies in the tenant's unit. That way it's all contact free, because a lot of the offices, most everybody has their office closed, or they simply don't want them coming into the office. So this is the way that you can do it.
That's pretty cool. I don't see a name on this one. This is a question. With PWAs, are you seeing users not wanting to do a direct download to their device? Are you getting uninstalled data when the PWA is deleted? It's a good question.
I'd have to double check with engineering on the latest stats, but last I checked, no, we have not seen people uninstalling. Where you do see people uninstalling is if they actually have to go to the App Store or Google Play to do a download, and then they got to do these updates and make sure they have enough storage and battery life and all that kind of stuff. That's really painful. With the PWA, there's automatic updates that happen in the background, so they don't get bugged with these updates. So yeah, the last I checked, we were not seeing people, taking it off. Now they absolutely, it's their choice if they want to download the PWA. A lot of times we see that managers within the facilities will, if they're talking to clients or if they send out an email, they might say, hey, just so you're aware, you can download, our PWA, the website. And that way, if there's any notifications that they want to send to them, the push notifications, it is nice to get those. So, because maybe the hours have changed or, there's some bad weather coming in or even maintenance that's happening. So, and you really want to use those push notifications for value added stuff, because otherwise people will get upset if you're overusing it and abusing it.
That makes sense. Thank you, Joe.
So, yeah. Yep.
I got another one. This is from Kelly. How hard would it be to switch from I'm not going to say the name of the management software, to Storage Commander. How is our tenant information transferred? Hi, Kelly. So it's not, a lot of people are worried about switching management softwares. By the way, it's kind of a stigma that they remember switching originally like 10 years ago, and it's compared to going to the dentist getting a root canal. It's not like that anymore. It's really not that hard to switch management softwares these days. Most of the information gets carried over. I think the only things that usually don't are still kind of like the comments or tenant history sometimes, but usually you can still just retain your old software on there as well, just so you have an archived version for your customers. So the transition these days are relatively painless, and we try to make it as much so it's not that difficult to switch over. But thank you for the question. Okay, only got a few questions left over here. So, best practices for interacting with customers on site. Okay, well, so obviously, oh, sorry, Jill, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, no problem. So, yeah, I mean, we are, as a nation, not just this webinar, we are trying to promote safe practices and social distancing. This means minimal exposure and streamlined solutions are what's going to be best practices. So does that mean you shouldn't sell merchandise during these times? Not necessarily. I've spoken with operators who are still selling merchandise. They are using curbside pickup to do so. This is now a feature that ClickInstaller offers with online supplies, as we talked about, purchases during the online rental checkout process. The important factor is that you're being smart about it and adhering to your state's laws. Embrace those online rentals and continue performing well for your business. But really, if you have supplies, if you guys sell supplies, I would highly recommend that you take a look at adding the supplies to, if you don't already have ClickInstaller, check it out, but adding the supplies to ClickInstaller, it just makes it so much easier for, you're adding value to your tenants by making it convenient for them to just simply add boxes or whatever to their, cart and easily check out. And it's going to increase your ROI during these times.
Perfect. And that was from Amy, by the way, so thank you, Amy. Okay, I think that's pretty much all the questions I think that we got through, unless you're seeing any other ones.
No, I think we're good.
All right. Well, I just want to thank all of you for your time coming over here. It's honestly been a great experience, great turnout. And if you have any questions following this up, our contact information is on the screen over here, and we're happy to answer anything outside of here as well. Jill, anything else?
Nope, that's it. Thank you so much for joining. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Okay, bye.